Hey guys, it's Ross Scott, and on the Space Couch here we've got our Mandalorian armour lineup. I have included Rex because his armour is based on Mandalorian styling, and obviously he is a clone of Jango Fett as well, as is Boba Fett. But not this guy. This is the only one who has a different face, I expect. So I'll just bring them closer, so because it's the helmet design that is the most interesting for me, the similarities and differences. One thing I did notice in the Mandalorian TV show, the woman who was the armourer, I'm not sure if that's the right term, her helmet, yes, I see that it's that kind of female Mandalorian style that was seen on, say, Sabine Wren, but it very much reminded me of the ancient masks from, let's say, the time of Troy and all of that ancient Greek style. I don't know if you guys think the same, but I was very much struck by how similar it was to some of those ancient style of helmets. So let's just bring them closer. There's a colouring on all of these because they're all so different. This is a great lineup. So let's a bit closer. Closer. Jango looks like he's trying to get in the selfie there, doesn't he? So obviously Jango and Boba's are similar because I assume it is the same armour. I mean, obviously we now know in Mandalorian lore that armour is essentially passed down through the generations for centuries and centuries, and obviously he will have acquired his father's armour in due course from somewhere. You can't just go around getting your own Beskar armour. But yes, love this helmet design, and because they all have their 360 degree vision cams, whatever those are, I'm not sure. I'm very much looking forward to a visual dictionary and art of for the Mandalorian, so we can explore this guy in more depth. But yes, great styles of helmet. Like I said, this is which phase is this? I'm not sure. I always get the clone phase is mixed up, but this is slightly evolved. The earlier ones, they do have more of the Mandalorian look. I believe we saw that in the previous video with the red lineup when the Sith Trooper comparison. I was showing you the helmet for the clone trooper and how the Sith Trooper helmet was based on that, and in itself based on Mandalorian design. But yes, great lineup to see all of these guys together. I wonder if this guy would ever be able to ride the dewback. He might be a bit too heavy. The Mandalorian that broke the dewback's back, as it were. But yes, good to see these guys together. Let's just flip them round and we'll see the differences in the jetpacks of the ones who have them. This guy is a beast. He's massive. Now, Rex does not have a jetpack, but I will just turn him around for the comparison. Boba's the only one with a cape as well. Now, the colouring again is just wonderful on all of these. This blue and white and blue and silver two-tone of blue. This orange works very well with the blue. Oh, and he also has a carback. I can never remember what that's called. And then Boba's is all in green, and he doesn't have one at all. But he does have a carber also. But yes, very, very nice indeed. You can see some more weathering on the back of his helmet there that I'd never really noticed before. And that's interesting, that little silver piece there. And yes, and he has that. I've never noticed that before. His helmet come off. I know Jango's helmet comes off. That is interesting. So let me just have a look at Boba. Yes, and obviously you see on Boba Fett, it is the same as you would expect, but obviously a lot more weathered. So yeah, that's a fascinating little detail. You always pick up more things every time you look at these things. I learned something new there. I did not know that was a thing. And then we see his here. I'm talking about the heavy infantryman. Let me just have a... Yeah, and he's got some nice markings on here like this. That might... I was going to say it could have been because, you know, the clones when they had like the Mohican, but I don't think it's based on that. I think that's just a stylistic choice. Like on Boba Fett's, the line goes the other way, horizontal instead of vertical, or based on this angle anyway. So yes, very, very nice indeed. Seeing them all from the back there. And this does look like a far more complicated jetpack. The fact that it's got an artillery lead to this. Yeah, I can't remember what he was like in action in the Mandalorian TV show, in that one where they're all flying about and stuff. I will have to see that again, of course. But there you go, guys. I thought we'd just have a look at the different styles this is not that different, I suppose. But say the colouring is a fantastic variation on all of these different styles of Mandalorian and Mandalorian inspired armour. Once we actually get the Mandalorian, we can have another comparison. I'm very much looking forward to having him compared against these three, when we probably won't need to include Rex that time. We'll have 4 true Mandalorians, and eventually I guess I will get Sabine Wren. She's always a bit too overpriced though. If she comes down in price a bit, I might get her. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for a common topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.